All right, joining us is former Indian Ambassador Javed Ashraf. Ambassador Ashraf, welcome to this broadcast. News just coming in of India and Pakistan agreeing to a ceasefire. Has General Asim Munir in GHQ Pindi allowed better sense to prevail?
Well, I think that's really good news because war is not something that is good for anyone. I mean, it involves great loss of life, property, as well as extracts a big economic cost too. I think that, over the past 3 days, you've seen, well, let's be very clear that what we did on the night of May 6th and 7th was something that was entirely in accordance with our right to defend and the right to respond. And we were very particular about the targets we had chosen. We had completely made sure that there were no civilian or military collateral damage in Pakistan. After that, Pakistan actually retaliated through targeting military and civilian sites across the entire Western Front in India. Therefore, it was really an act of war that they had declared. Over the past 3 days, they had escalated. We had, and it's important to emphasize, responded in a measured and responsible manner to each day of escalation that they had pursued. And I think at some point, the international community had begun to take note of a certain level of recklessness and cavalier approach on the part of Pakistan. And they somehow seem to be determined to continue to escalate it for objectives that are best known to them, because they would not have had the staying power or the capacity to, overcome India's ability to maintain the escalation dominance at every stage. So I think at some point, better sense prevailed. They were rewarded with, in a sense, $2.4 billion of IMF assistance through the EFF and through the RSF, two different instruments of funding. And I think that would have also helped in bringing pressure on Pakistan to stop these attacks using missiles and drones and then intense LOC firing. And so we have actually had said right after May 6 and 7, if you recall, that we have achieved our objectives and we have no intentions to escalate the situation any further, but that we are prepared to respond if Pakistan chooses to retaliate using military means. So I think this is really a reflection of the international concern that has been growing, and alarm actually at the way Pakistan has been escalating it over the past 3 days.
Indeed. So just to recap for the benefit of our viewers, Ambassador Ashraf, the ceasefire came into effect about an hour and 10 minutes ago, 1700 hours local time. And just to, for the benefit of viewers again, Ambassador, if you could pass the text of the statement put out by sources so that they have a better appreciation of the issues at hand here. One thing that comes to my mind is that this was worked out directly between the two countries, number one. Number two, this was initiated by the Pakistani DGMO. Number three, discussions took place and an understanding reached. And last but not the least, there is no decision, we are told, to hold talks on any other issue at any other place. Your thoughts, Ambassador Ashraf?
No, absolutely. This is natural. It had to come from Pakistan, because, they were the aggressor. First, when you saw the attack, the most brutal, barbaric attack in Pahalgam, and then the escalation which started the intervening night of the 7th and the 8th. So it had to come from them. I mean, this is something which they had initiated, and they had to take that responsibility, and recognizing that the pressure was only going to mount from them on them militarily. That's point one. Point two is that, look, whatever anyone else does, it is finally about two countries agreeing to do something. So, there are others who may have had a role in terms of making calls, etc. But that is not the basis of this decision. The basis of the decision is very clear, that it was initiated by Pakistan desiring to seek a ceasefire, and then we, of course, as I said earlier, had achieved our objectives and had no intentions of escalating it. And then the third is a very important point, that this is not to be rewarded by a discussion on all kinds of issues that Pakistan wants to discuss. This is really about the one issue that we are most concerned about at this point of time, and which is the constant barrage and campaign of terrorism emanating from Pakistan.